Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and talk about my water fast. I've had a ton of questions and I just wanted to address, a few of those questions, why I did it, what the heck is a water fast and what did you eat and all of these things. So a water fast is just what it sounds like. It's a water fast. You don't eat or drink anything except for water. The only thing that I had that was supplemental was Himalayan pink salt, and that was to supplement my sodium intake so that I wouldn't deplete it all. And then I had mineral water, but that's just still just water. And that was it. I didn't eat a cracker if I was hungry. I didn't, drink a little bit of juice to get my energy up. Just water for 7 whole days and 15 minutes, but who's counting? So a lot of people have asked me, why on earth are you doing a water fast? You are absolutely crazy. And I might be a little bit, but I really wanted to do it for health reasons. Like my predominant reason was for health reasons. When I got started researching about water fasting, you hear some things about intermittent fasting. You could do a 1-day water fast, whatever. And I personally don't believe in intermittent fasting for women, especially of childbearing age, because it really messes with your cycle, your hormones, all of that. And for me, I'm, already out of whack, so I just didn't want to do that. And if you don't know me personally or you haven't heard anything about it, about a year ago, I was officially diagnosed with a literal laundry list of things. So if you want to know what those are, you can ask me, or you can get my free e-cookbook, and in the bio section, it explains everything. But I really wanted to do this water fast to see if I could heal myself. And I have researched different people, different doctors that have done prolonged water fast for 3 to 40, 50 days, which is that's crazy to me. If you think I'm crazy for 7, think they're crazy for 50, because it happens. It really does, y'all. I don't know, but your body goes through these different stages when you're water fasting, and I will read off to you a few of the different stages. So when you start to incorporate water only into your diet, your body actually starts to ramp up. And this is the whole, ketogenesis thing. Everyone's going into ketosis, starting to burn fat. So that happens within like the first 18 hours. But then the first, 24 to, I would say, like 38, your body kicks up into a higher ketosis stage where you're burning even more fat. Now, the goal of this for me wasn't to burn fat. It is going to be something that happens because you're not eating. But I couldn't tell you how much weight I lost or anything like that. So don't even ask. So after that, your body starts to go into the stage called autophagy. And that's where everything's starting to recycle itself. And it's preparing itself for basically a renewal. After that, at about day 4, I would say your insulin has dropped completely. So making it where you're insulin sensitive or less insulin resistant. And that is a good thing. Your body is also, in the beginning, fueled off of stored glucose. So all your glycogen stores are going to be completely depleted. And once that happens, your body starts to take that energy from fat, which is the whole ketosis thing. Well, your body will also start to take it from your liver if you have a fatty liver. And I have non-alcoholic fatty liver, so I'm really hoping that it took some of that junk out of there and is going to heal me partially, if not fully, from that. So after your insulin levels are down, your body starts to, or your cells start to go into a complete regeneration, and all the inflammation that you have in your body is now way down, and so everything can do what it's supposed to do, and your cells can renew. All of the damaged cells that have like inflammation, chronic disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, things like that, like those cells start to die off and your body starts to make new ones that will replenish those. So it's just like it's a really cool, extra nerdy thing to learn about. If you want to go deeper into it, like let me know and I will definitely tell you. But it's super neat how your body can do everything for you that it needs to do. Now, after I figured out that I was doing this and I started it, I realized what day it was because, with this whole virus, I have no idea what day it is, and I'm sure y'all don't either. But I realized that Palm Sunday was the next day, and I was like, wow, okay, so I'm going to jump into this on Holy Week, and what a great opportunity to glorify God in this entire fast, because I know that I cannot do this alone. And everyone's going to think I'm crazy, so I'm probably not going to have much support. And I didn't want to tell anyone because who wants to hear that you're not eating for 7 days? They're going to think you're nuts. So I really use this time to grow closer to God and just dive into His Word and just really rely on that for my body's sustenance. And let me tell you that out of anything else, even if I don't heal, even if nothing changes for me, that was the most extraordinary part of this whole experience. I listened to so many sermons and did so many studies, and one of the coolest things that I got out of it, not the coolest, but one of the most profound thing that I got out of it was a pastor who said, fasting is not for the strong, it is for the weak. And once I heard that, I just sunk down and I was like, wow, God, I am weak. I need you and I need your strength to help me through this whole thing because I can't do it on my own. And if you talk to any of my friends, I was struggling the whole time. I will not lie to you. It is not easy. And for all the people who are like, you are so strong, you're so mentally tough, all this stuff, literally is all because of God. It is not because of me. I promise you, I love food. It is life for me. I love to cook. I have a cookbook, so this was so tough. And there's a Daniel fast, and if you're unfamiliar with a Daniel fast, that's a 21-day fast, and Daniel in the Bible did it, and it basically, he took out everything that was pleasurable to him. So he ate only fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, like that was it. And for me, that's how I eat on a daily basis, and that didn't justify any kind of submission to Christ at all for me, because that's what I do. It's easy. So if I'm going to do a fast, I'm going to do something that's, actually hard for me, that I actually have to give up stuff. And this was just a great way to marry the two. So yeah, my prayer and fasting journey was a wild one. Day 1 was okay. You don't really notice it other than you're hungry. Day 2, it started to really set in, like, this is going to be rough. I work out every day, and that was the last day I worked out. Day 3 was excruciating. I wanted to quit after day 3, and every time that I wanted to quit, I would just have to, call my friends, talk me off of a ledge, ask for motivational pump up quotes or Bible verses or something. And then I would also, dive into the word and pray out loud. And I had to really think about the whole Holy Week, honestly. And, if Jesus could walk through what he walked through for an entire week for us and go through the pain of being nailed to the cross, then why can't I go through the minimal pain of hunger for 7 days? And it gives me chills just thinking about that, because what I just went through was absolutely nothing compared to what he went through. And I wanted to glorify, his whole crucifixion and resurrection through the process, because it just felt right. So now that it's over, I had my first meal today, and that was green juice, which was so good. Let me tell you. It was 1 apple, a couple stalks of celery, and 2 cucumbers. And I tried to juice spinach, but it didn't really work out for me. So it was like a couple drops of spinach. And I had a couple bites of watermelon because that's the closest thing to juice. So I just made sure to squish it up really well. If you guys have any other more in-depth questions about water fasting, how to do it, why, like more of the science behind it, how to break your fast, because that's going to be, I would say breaking my fast is going to be the most difficult thing, because you have to enter food in very slowly and delicately for the next week to 2 weeks. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. I will answer anything and everything. And if you want to know more about my spiritual journey, just ask and I will tell. But thank you guys for all of your kind words, prayers, support, everything. You have no idea how much it truly meant to me, and truly kept me going through this whole week. So I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.